Good afternoon. This is News Track coming to you live from our Rayfield studio. My name is Karen Gukas. On the news this afternoon, Minister of Federal Capital Territory Nyesom Wike has brokered a late-night truce with the Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) and the Trade Union Congress (TUC, bringing an end to the strike that paralyzed parts of Abuja. The development is paving the way for workers to return immediately. The agreement was reached around 3:50 a.m. on Tuesday after over 3 hours of negotiations chaired by the Senate Committee on the FCT, led by Senator Mohammed Bomoy. The meeting started a few minutes before 12 a.m. In attendance were Wike, the presidents of the NLC and TUC, Joe Ajero and Festus Osifo, respectively. According to a statement after the meeting and signed by NLC and TUC, it was agreed that arising from the strike action, no worker shall be victimized in any manner. Meanwhile, both labor unions have asked their members and affiliates under the payroll of the FCT to resume work with immediate effect. The directive is contained in a joint circular by the TUC and NLC on Tuesday. The federal government has moved to end the practice of carrying electricity subsidy costs alone, announcing a framework that will spread the burden across federal, state and local governments from 2026. The Director General of the Budget Office of the Federation, Tanimu Yakubu, disclosed this on Monday in Abuja during a training and sensitization workshop for ministries, departments and agencies on the 2026 post-budget preparation process under the Government Integrated Financial Management Information System Budget Preparation Subsystem. Yakubu said President Bola Tinubu had directed that electricity subsidy costs be made explicit, tracked and fairly shared across tiers of government, warning that the current approach creates hidden liabilities and recurring crisis in the power market. He added that from 2026, the federal government would no longer treat electricity subsidies as an open-ended obligation borne solely by the center, especially where policy decisions and political benefits are shared. According to him, the president has instructed that the existing electricity sector legal framework be invoked to ensure that subsidy sharing is practical, transparent and enforceable. Yakubu stressed that the policy was not designed as a sanction, but as a mechanism to align incentives across government and support efficiency in the power sector. He told MDAs to reflect subsidy-related costs clearly in their 2026 budget submissions and avoid pushing unfunded liabilities into the electricity market. Beyond power subsidies, Yakubu said the 2026 budget marked a clear break from rollover budgeting and fragmented project lists, which he said had weakened execution and accountability over the years. Now, the Plateau State government is set to equip public schools with computers to enhance computer-based testing, readiness for teachers and students. State Commissioner of Education, Kachilom Gang, disclosed this when she received Kachilom Joseph, who won 25 million naira at the North Central Secondary 2026 Federal Ministry of Education National Teachers Award in Abuja. Correspondent Simon Swatke has the details as presented in our studio.
Kachalom Joseph is a teacher from Government Senior Secondary School Yangu Girl in Jos South Local Government Area. The Commissioner, Kachalom Gang, praised Joseph's hard work, patience and dedication, describing her as a true example of an outstanding teacher.
A teacher can still get his reward here. Yes. You know, before they used to tell us that the teacher's reward is in heaven. Now we have seen that even here, you can get a reward. Reward for hard work, reward for diligence, reward for dedication, and reward for proactiveness. She was proactive, and that is why God has blessed her.
To boost Kachalam Joseph morale, the commissioner pointed out that plan is underway by the ministry to introduce Joseph to Governor Caleb Mutfwang.
The government is making every arrangement to supply computers to our schools. And I believe that very soon, I think even this 2026, schools will be able to have some computers that they can use to teach their students.
The Director of Planning, Research and Statistics, Peter Maku, stated that Kachalam Joseph's selection was merit based.
Has worked for this award tirelessly. Even in the night, we're on course. In the daytime, we're on course, including the principal. I've been on their neck. And I thank God something good has come up. This is David Kachalam Joseph started work with the state government in 2007.
In response, the winner, Kachalam Joseph, thanked Governor Caleb Mutfwang's government and the Education Ministry for the recognition.
The Executive Governor of Plateau State, Anansi Caleb Mutfwang, for giving me the opportunity to be in Abuja. Really, sir, I give God the glory for your life. Indeed, your government have uplifted me up. Little did I know, I am a beneficiary too to a son that have gone to India.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry, Sadia Ayaru, expressed gratitude to Governor Caleb Mutfwang's administration for their unwavering support. The ceremony was attended by the zonal directors, Ministry of Education Management, school principals, and family members of the award winner.
Meantime, citizens have been urged to equip themselves with knowledge on digital identity and protect themselves online in order to stay safe in the digital world. Director General of the Plateau State Information and Communication Technology Development Agency, Dominic Datong, made the call during the January edition of the Plateau Tech Talk webinar themed Protecting Personal Data in Everyday Life. The report.
The session provided a platform for technology experts to educate the public on ways to control their digital privacy and to safeguard their personal data. Director General of Plateau State Information and Communication Technology Development Agency, Dominic Datong, explained that the session was necessary to protect the privacy of citizens in the digital space.
It's quite interesting that we're beginning this year with what is very important in the digital space, which is particularly how to protect yourself online.
Head of Research and Development Nigeria Data Protection Commission, Tolulope Pius Fadipe, explained that personal data includes information such as names, personal addresses, email addresses, bank verification numbers, national identification numbers, among others. Tolulope emphasized the need for citizens to establish a culture of privacy and to understand that they have the right to question anyone who demands their personal data, noting that releasing such data without legitimate reasons can implicate the sender.
Every citizen has the right to privacy in your home, in your telephone, in your correspondence, etc.
A cybersecurity analyst, Oche Paul, advised citizens to be cautious, noting that cyber criminals often exploit human behavior by first gaining the trust of their victims. Oche stated that through access to personal information, cyber criminals impersonate their victims via SIM swaps and social media account takeovers, among other methods, to carry out financial fraud and blackmail that leads to extortion.
You also notice sometimes that you get alerts, of transactions you did not initiate, or perhaps subscriptions that you did not initiate, maybe TV subscription, maybe data subscription, and the rest of them.
The experts advise citizens to be cautious while handling personal data to ensure it remains safe in the digital space.
Now, a political group, Glass House Political Society, under the All Progressive Congress, APC, in Tudunwada Kabong wards of Jos North Local Government Area, has welcomed Governor Caleb Mutfwang's realignment with the party. Chairman of the group, Barry Friday, stated this at a reception in honor of the campees into the APC. Correspondent Simon Swatker reports that the ceremony was held at Lamond Hotel, Jos. The report is continued from our studio.
Chairman Glass House Political Society and APC group in Tudunwada, Kabong, Barry Friday, believes that Governor Caleb Mutfwang's joining the party will attract federal development to Plateau State. Friday said the group has pledged support for his leadership and President Bola Tinubu's agenda. He said the group's stance shows growing support for Governor Mutfwang's leadership and APC's agenda in Plateau State.
We thought it wise to have this time for us to meet together and celebrate ourselves. We know before now that we've been in different political platforms, representing different interests. But God, in His own divine way, brought us together to be in one platform.
The Minister of Humanitarian Affairs representative Evelyn Nguan praised APC's values of peace, unity and love.
I'm so glad today that we APC and PDP were together today because most of my friends are in PDP. Well, because of this vision of the party, we are looking ourselves somehow. But today, I'll gladly embrace and I'm so happy to see my friends.
Former Speaker, Plateau State House of Assembly, Peter Azi, and other dignitaries commended the group's effort in promoting APC's progress.
It's a blessing for us in Tudunwada. So let's not play with that blessing. Let us unite. Let us stand. Let us ensure that we have enough for one another. For us, it was not. I am privileged. It's a privilege because nobody has the power to do anything. It's a privilege for me to be the Secretary of Government. And that is a kind of a very significant development for us in Tudunwada.
The representative of elders, women, youth and development associations from Tudunwada, Kabong, took time to underscore Plateau State unity and APC's growing influence.
A high-capacity bus caught fire on the 3rd Mainland Bridge on Tuesday in Lagos State. The bus was reportedly heading towards Iyana Oworo when the fire broke out near the Adekunle axis of the bridge. It is unclear whether there were any casualties as of the time of filing this report. Reports say the incident has disrupted traffic on the bridge, prompting the deployment of firefighters from the Lagos State Fire and Rescue Service to contain the blaze. Confirming the incident in a statement shared on X, the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASTMA, said efforts were ongoing to bring the situation under control. The agency added that its officers were already on ground to manage traffic and minimize congestion. Now, provision of basic amenities, especially water, electricity, roads and healthcare, is crucial towards combating poverty, waterborne diseases, and improving economic activities. Unfortunately, residents of Sabongari Mado, Tudunwada wards in Jos North local government have raised concerns of neglect and exclusion by government. In this report, our correspondent highlights the growing concerns of the residents. The report.
Poverty has significant implications for the overall development of a country, and governments at all various levels have made efforts to address poverty through provision of basic social amenities to citizens.
Kuma an zo zabe mu ne mun zo mu sha wahala mu zo na tun daga safe har yamma kuma ana cin zabe a na kowane lokaci.
That's the cry of some residents of Sabongari, Mado, Tudunwada, Jos North local government area as they lament the lack of presence and access to such basic social amenities. A visit round the Sabongari community provides visible sight to the concerns being raised by the residents. A former chairman, Sabongari Mado Development Association, Pius Jackson, said they are fed up as their issues keep increasing year after year.
So we want the government to come down here so that at least our people will enjoy. We are in democracy now, and we are so free in this area. And people are pressing for, and they expect the difference of democracy. So what are we enjoying now?
Other residents who made their feelings known said they wonder whether any form of succor will come their way.
Gwamnati sun nawa shekara nan dan karmi wannan hanya jihar Kabon zuwa nan zai shekara 20 kafin ya gama hanya. Gaskiya muna roƙon shi gwamnan Mutfan ya taimake mu.
Ba wuta nan an ka mana wuta kama ba mu biyan kudi wuta ma gaba diya an dan flash wuta bai ke 30 minutes za a doke wuta na sai kowa ya barci da tsere kami a kawo wuta kwana kama ma yi wuta ne kuma masu rai wuta ba mu gani ba. Sunan address tuwan ba mutum mun yi kaman muna kauye ne gaba da kuce da kukanmu mun kam gaskiya mun yi kokari a nan sosai.
Also, an elder statesman in the community, Luke Kabaye, said the residents are facing a high risk of waterborne diseases, bad roads, light and other obstacles as a result of the absence of basic social amenities.
Akan wannan wuri a wannan ba asibiti kuma ba mu da ma police station ba mu da komai a wannan shekaru da shekaru muna ta kuka a wannan da mu taimaka mana mu ga cewa a wannan ta samu cikakken goyon baya.
Baye added that they are optimistic that the present administration of Governor Caleb Mutfwang remains their only hope. From Sabangari Madu in Tudun Wada, I am Katlong Kukwat.
Now on the foreign scene, Kenya's central bank has warned people to stop using banknotes to make floral-like bouquets and decorations, which has become a trend in the East African nation. They are often ordered in the run-up to Valentine's Day and have been popularized by celebrities and online influencers who share videos of themselves presenting such bouquets during celebrations. But the Central Bank of Kenya, CBK, says the creators are defacing the Kenyan currency and could face 7 years in jail if arrested. According to the CBK, the banknotes tend to be folded, rolled, glued, stapled, pinned or otherwise affixed using adhesives or fastening materials, compromising their integrity. It says this was affecting equipment such as ATMs and cash counting machines, adding this has led to more notes being rejected and unnecessary costs for both the public and the bank. So the announcement has been welcomed by some who say fresh blooms would be a more appropriate gift for Valentine's Day on 14th February. And that's a wrap on News Track this afternoon. Don't forget to stay tuned for News Track for global news at 6:30 p.m. as well as news updates at 10 p.m. Thanks for watching.
Sister, North, East, South, West, Old Plateau, alright.